So we have conference championship weekend coming up, and I thought, what a better way to just start it off. Start predictions from, Friday's games all the way to the last one in the ACC with Florida State and Louisville on Saturday night. So for the Michigan versus Iowa Big Ten championship game, let's just get the elephant out of the room. Yes, Michigan is clearly the overdogs here. There are no such thing as underdogs. There's an overdog here. Oh gosh, I don't know where I read it, but they're a 21-point favorite in this one. And if you look at the track record of who the Wolverines have played this year, yeah, it makes a lot of sense. They've thumped teams. Now, again, these teams weren't good teams. They were teams hovering around 500 or under 500. So, yeah, of course, it's going to look impressive when you beat down on Michigan State or Nebraska. Iowa has 10 wins. They have found a way to win, which I will give them the positive of that. Their history, if you just look at it quickly, Michigan has won the last 3 times that they've met. This is also including back in 2021 when they played in the Big Ten championship game. And the point differential is very noticeable. It's been a blowout every single time. Some of the games that I've seen for Iowa, I was like, okay, here comes that Penn State game. This was very early in the season. Cade McNamara is going to show up. They're going to get a solid road win. That many points. It was tough. I heard about it because I was like, I cannot watch this game. These games are boring. So I'd watch the highlights and be like, yeah, I didn't miss much. ESPN has wanted to highlight them. Yeah, saw the Penn State game, saw the Rutgers game, saw the Maryland game, and recently the Ohio State game. And so Michigan, oh my gosh, they're coming off of all that momentum after beating Ohio State. And so I think this is a very dangerous team to play. Let's be real. The reason why is because Michigan is just that much better of a team. I will say this, though. If it is a low-scoring game, Iowa might have a chance. If they make this a defensive battle, Iowa's comfortable with playing close games. Michigan is not. Even in these last 3 years where Michigan has just dominated everybody and been one of the top premier programs in college football, Michigan can't play the close games. When they do, they get blown out. Look at the TCU game, look at the Georgia game, look at the Michigan State game back in 2021. And then a fun kind of storyline back when I was thinking about my 2023 predictions and stuff. This is back when I was look at the storylines of, if Clemson bounces back again and gets to the college playoff, Caleb Williams goes back-to-back on Heisman's. One that I did think about, truthfully, was Cade McNamara having revenge against Michigan, where if Michigan and Iowa play in the Big Ten championship, if Iowa's 8-4 or 9-3 and stuff, because I didn't think they'd have the most decent season. But how fun would it be if he has the chance to upset Michigan and keep them from going to the playoff? If Michigan was a 1-loss or a 2-loss team going into this weekend. It's not going to happen this time. He and Eric All, the ex-Wolverines, they're both injured for this game. Sadly, no revenge story this season. But maybe for next season. We never know. I had Michigan going 10-2. I had Iowa going 10-2. But my preview for the Big Ten championship was Iowa versus Michigan State. And in that game, yes, I had Iowa winning the Big Ten championship. This preseason, I thought the Hawkeyes would do really well. Then the season played out, and man, it's just been tough. These boys, something's going to click, and they'll find it. And I just read something where Cade McNamara is going to come back for another season. And so maybe the 2024 season is going to be a little bit better. I don't know. But here's the thing. In the end, this game still needs to be played. The whole world is rooting for the Wolverines here because they know the Wolverines, they got this one in the bag. It's the perfect scenario for Iowa to get an upset. Now, if Iowa does win, because this happened last year, USC lost, TCU lost. If this situation happens where Iowa does win, does Michigan still get into the college playoff? I believe yes. I believe they would probably drop to 4. Some other crazy stuff would have to happen. Washington would have to lose also. Florida State would have to lose. A lot of these other teams would have to lose for Michigan to not drop so far that they're out. That's how I see that. But anyways, that's why I'm winning. I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.